statistic that actually tells us that 50% of the time in a street fight, you're gonna find yourself fighting at the ground. So we're gonna be continuing from our last scenario that happened in a jail when a prisoner stood up on a security guard, punching him, bear hugging him. Okay, we were already handling and talking about the bear hug itself. What could you do? The sprawl, the hands, all of these. But today we're gonna be handling if you already got to the ground, if you did not react quick enough, or maybe if you just got a punch in the street, boom, got knocked out, you find yourself on the ground, someone is on top of you, you're in a huge disadvantage here. What do you do then? Okay guys, so you're on the ground, someone is on top of you, punching you. First step is to try to bring your legs as close as possible to your own body. If you can even go and kind of wrap the legs of the attacker so he's not going to be able to use them in order to stabilize later on. That's great. You're not always going to be able to do that. So just bend your knees. Never stay in this position. Always bend your knees and try to get your heels as close as possible. And of course, cover up yourself from those punches. Use your elbows to gather your chin. Tuck your chin up so you definitely decrease the chance you get a punch. From here, you don't want to stay too much here because he's gonna get you. You're in the disadvantage here and he is on top of you. So you don't want to stay here forever. Use a hip strike, whoop, just to get him off balance just for a second, and then try to catch the attacker to get him close to you. Now, after this hip strike, boom, right? You could catch the attacker from here. You could catch the attacker from his head. That would be actually one of the preferable way to do it. You could actually, when he's attacking you, whoop, try to actually get one hand and then hip strike together, second hand. All of these are meant to be so you get the attacker as close as possible to you so he's not able to punch, right? If I'm able to get him to this position, Leo, try to punch. So yeah, the best that he would do is punching me to the ribs, right? Punch me to the ribs with this hand, Leo. Yeah, but he doesn't have the same range to swing this leg, drive the punch with the same momentum. When I'm close to him, okay, always make sure he's tight to you, and when I'm in control, I'm gonna use another hip strike to one of those sides with an angle. So I'm pushing from my heels, hips are gonna go now to this direction, for example. Strong hip strike, there you go. So your hips are very, very strong. The muscle that is driving the hip strike is the glutes, the biggest muscle in the human body. So it does not matter if you're a guy, if you're a man, if you're a woman. This hip strike can take someone heavier, bigger than you, and definitely take him off balance. Of course, from here, I'm in the advantage here, so I'm gonna use elbows. I'm gonna use headbutts if needed. Boom, hammers, boom. Don't stay here too long because what you wanna do is stand up, and always when you're standing up towards his head, never stay towards his legs, because from here, he could use his leg. So I'm always gonna go while standing up towards his face. So let's conclude, guys. If the attacker bear hugged you or put you on the ground and you're in such a disadvantage, what we said, first step is of course to cover up and bring your legs as close as possible. Even if you can catch his own legs, if that's possible, it's not always going to be possible. Great, cover up from those punches and start using those hip strikes to get the attacker close to you. From here, hand, face, whatever you can catch is great, so you get him close to you. Of course, we prefer the head, because from here I'm really neutralizing him. From here, Leo try to punch, he really doesn't have the range to punch. And from here, definitely I would go to this side, because he's not able to stabilize himself. I'm canceling, blocking this hand, and also now this leg. So it doesn't matter what he does. Oh, I'm going with another hip strike to the side. Boom, 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 boom. Standing up, going towards the face. Couple of attacks and taking control of the situation. Good job, Leo. Thank you. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for joining our Krav Maga class. You guys can stay tuned and check out our Facebook and YouTube page and learn more Krav Maga tips and lessons. Thank you.